Alright, Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon. Remember how I told you that, July will be a pretty tame month? Well, funny thing, Amazon Prime Day, Kino sale, Criterion sale at Barnes & Nobles, Steelbook sales. I failed you. But what's going to be fun is this video just to see what I bought. And this Tower of Pisa are about to just freaking collapse on me, okay? So let's just make it collapse. Very safe collapses, right? Alright, there we go. And one did drop before it. But anyway, let's just get started. And I'll show you what July showed overall. So the one that you didn't see was Sneakers on Kino. This is a 4K release from 1992. Of course, you can see it's Robert Redford and others in this film. But yes, Kino 4K Sneakers. Move that popcorn bucket. Oh yeah, I'll just show you. That popcorn bucket's pretty cool. I made sure these didn't go in all the way because there's no way I'm gonna put this I'll keep it safe, but I don't know where to put it right now. The button for it is right here. There you go. But there's that. It's a cool metallic popcorn bucket and it is massive. There's my face, right? There's my face. All right. Continue on with the movies. All right. Mouse Hunt 4K PG from 1997. Nathan Lane and Lee Evans as well as Christopher Walken. Mouse Hunt. Then we have Nice Guys 4K. So this was, of course, an Amazon Prime sale. And with some of these WB 4K ones, they only make it until they sell out, then they remake it. So that's what some of these WB ones are. All right, next one, let's go with The Long Kiss Goodnight, an Arrow sale. This is a 4K release as well, and I think there's only one version of the movie that is correct, and this movie is from 1995, The Long Kiss Goodnight. All right, the next one, The Desperate Hour. So this is another one. I think this is just a regular 2K, no, sorry, it's a 6K scan. Interesting. Made in Austria, and this movie, what year was this made? 1955, The Desperate Hours. All right, next one we have Sleep, another Arrow release, and this one is from 2001, if I'm not mistaken. Not rated. It's just original 1080p. I think this is from Germany. It is. It's German. I tell you. The Cell. So yeah, I dropped it. That's cool. I'm an idiot. But Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Lopez, and there's only one version. This movie is 2000. I was gonna say 1999. Actually, I lied. There's an alternate version as well. So there are two versions. One is 109 minutes, and the other one is 107 minutes. Of course, the 109 minutes is the director's cut, both in 4K. So that's good that they decided to do that. Cruising, Al Pacino. So this is a pretty big boy. You can tell right here. This is from 1980. Only one version of the film, but it has a lot of booklets as well to be this 120-page collector's booklet in the Arrow release. Cruising. All right. So we got one. This is an interesting one, The Beyond. So this is a 6-discer with multiple versions, not mistaken. Yeah, 6 discs, 1 4K disc, 3 Blu-rays, 1 DVD, and 1 CD. Sorry about that. And it has a lot of special features on it. And it's the composer's cut. Just wanting you to know that. So this is from Grindhouse Releases. So like I said, this is a big boy right here. Another big boy. All right. Steelbook. We'll do Steelbooks last. Steelbooks last. Steelbooks last. Steelbook last. Okay. Another Shout Factory. Of course, this was on Amazon Prime Day. Far and Away, a Ron Howard film. This is from 1992 4K release. Next one we have, another Hush. So this has 4 discs, not mistaken. We have multiple versions of this one. They're 82 minutes. However, you get a black and white version. You get the, regular version. You get the Shush cut, which is the black and white version. And it's a 4-discer. You get one 4K original version, one 4K Shush. The Blu-ray gets both, and then a special feature disc. So Hush, Shout Factory. Next one, another Kino one. The Peacemaker, George Clooney and Nicole Kidman from 1997. The Peacemaker. All right, next one is Uncle Buck. So this is kind of crazy. I was a little bit nervous to buy this from Amazon because it seemed like the slipcovers were sold out now on Amazon. So I got lucky to get the John Hughes movie Uncle Buck from 1989. All right, next one, Road Trip. So this is before Todd Phillips got a little bit serious, almost like Adam McKay. I would kind of hope with Todd Phillips, like kind of make something like this or like another, you know what I mean, like Hangover. But anyway, this is from 2000, has the unrated and regular cut. It's a minute difference for the unrated cut, 93 minutes versus 94 minutes. Next one, Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. This is from 1990. We have David Andrews, Kelly Wolf, and Brad Dwarf as the Exterminator. 86 minutes, rated R. Graveyard Shift. Next one, Sky Captain in the World Tomorrow. Oh, we got a sloppy disc in this one, boys and girls. From 2004, rated PG. Like I said, it's a 4K disc, and it's Gwyneth Paltrow, Jude Law, and Angelina Jolie. Sky Captain in the World Tomorrow. The Inspector Wears Skirts number 4. Finally, I completed this one. It took me a minute to get 1, 2, 3, 4. It's interesting that, like, In the Line of Fire got a deluxe case, but the Inspector Wears Skirts do not. They get their own slip covers, though. All right. Next one. A comedy from John Hughes called Career Opportunities, PG-13 from 1991 with Jennifer Connelly and others in this as well. So, of course, it's going to be a chick flick from John Hughes. He didn't direct it, but he wrote it. All right, what do we have here? Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia. This is from 1974. I've honestly never heard of this film, so I'm intrigued about if this is going to be good or not. All right, what do we got? Jason X 4K version. So this is another interesting one from 2002 where Shout Factory had a lot of the Jason as well as Friday the 13th. Of course, Jason is Friday the 13th, you freaking idiot. But you know what I'm getting at, right? And now Arrow has a lot of them, but also Paramount has some. So I don't know how this is going to be released or what they're going to do with some of the other stuff up there. Or if, like, the 5th Jason or Friday the 13th isn't even going to come out by itself. But this is Jason X 4K. Steelbook. All right, we got this baseball movie that has 100% on Rotten Tomato right now. I'm saying that completely wrong. My voice is going out. This one from 2025, sorry. But everyone's saying this is an instant sports classic, so I can't wait to give this one a try. Next one, we have 4K of The Soul Eater. I don't know what country this is from. Let's see here. Audio is English, German, and French. But it looks like it might be the original is French. No, German. The original is Yamen. So here we go. 4K of this one, of course. Amazon Prime sale. What do we got here? A spaghetti western double feature from Kino Lorber called Kill Them All and Come Back Home in the Hellbenders. This is also in 4K. So here we go. We got some spaghetti westerns right there. Next one, The Eel. So this company, Radiance Films, they do a lot of these, and they're very limited releases, like only 3,000 total cuts. This is actually made in Poland, but it has 2 cuts. There's a director's cut and a regular cut, and the director's cut is actually looks like a good, 17 minutes longer. But I want to say there's only, limited edition, only 3,000 copies of these will ever be made. The Eel. All right, we have Until Dawn 4K. So this is very interesting why this is so freaking expensive. Like, even on Amazon, it's like $45. eBay, $69 because of the slipcover. Of course, I got lucky, got the slipcover from Amazon, not the greatest condition. But still, I'm curious why Until Dawn was so freaking expensive. Next one, Foul Play, Goldie Hawn and Chevy Chase, PG, from 1978. 4K Foul Play. All All right, what do we got? 4K Sacrifice from Kino as well, from 1986. It looks like there's looks like a documentary as well as the movie itself on this 2-disc edition. Donovan's Reef. So this is a, if not mistaken, John Wayne film, not rated, from 1963, 4K version. All right, what else do we got, peeps? We got so many more to do. Another Pearl and Distress, Endless Nights, Picture Mommy Dead. So another 4K one. I have another one of this one, so I think there's a total, I have a total of 4 Pearl and Distress movies, but this is 2 of them. Next, we have Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead with Andy Garcia, Christopher Lloyd, Christopher Walken, Steve Buscemi. Rated R for a lot of stuff. And this is 1995. All right, next one, Wayne's World 2. Another one where I think Wayne's World, the first one, was on 4K, but it was a Paramount release, not a Shout Factory. But Shout Factory has the release of this one. So I'm very intrigued on how some of these people take, just distributional rights, right? Christopher Walken again. A lot of Kino Lorber Christopher Walken films this month. Holy cow. Juror number 2, another one on Amazon Prime. I was waiting for it to go down in sale, and it finally did. A very, very underrated Clint Eastwood film. I'm an idiot, and I don't know why WB decided to sweep that one under the rug. Makes no freaking sense. Black Sheep, another one where they had another Chris Farley and, David Spade movie that was not Kino, but Paramount himself. So I don't know, like I said, what they do, but this is from 1996, produced by Lauren Michaels, of course, of SNL fame. And Gary Busey's in this one as well. Black Sheep. This one, last one on this side, Body Parts. This is from 1991, R-rated. Who do we have in this sucker? Only Jeff Fahey. Also Brad Dwarf as well. He's also in this as well. So there we go. Body Parts, rated R, 1991. All right, this side. I already opened this one. Guilty, Found Destination. My mom wanted to watch it. All right, this one. Now we are on Vinegar Syndrome, even though I say it always wrong. Only the River Flows. This is one of the partner labels. I'm a sucker for good Asian films. So there we go there. Stockholm Bloodbath. So this is this one as well. I think this is, of course, probably from Sweden. This is a newer release. Stockholm Bloodbath. All right, now we're going to mix and match with some Criterion sale from Barnes & Noble's. 7 Samurai. So, of course, 4K from 1954 from Japan. 7 Samurai. All right, what do we have next here? Sorcerer, 4K from 1977. Of course, it's an American film. William Friedkin, of course, from, if you don't know, he did The Exorcist, and this has Roy Schneider in it and others. So here we go, Sorcerer. All right, next we have How to Get Ahead in Advertising. So this is only a 2K, restoration, not 4K, and it has Richard E. Grant in it. All right, next we have Anatomy of the Fall. Of course, I think it won 2 Academy Awards, not mistaken. This is only a 2K transfer. Now, I know a lot of people were mad that it was not a 4K, but I mean, it's a 2K transfer, so I don't know if there's going to be a 4K anyway. So, I don't know. Performance, 4K transfer from 1970. Mick Jagger and James Fox as well. Of course, it's going to be from London. From London. I can't pronounce it. I'm an idiot. You can count on me. From 2000. With the horrible Mark Ruffalo. I hate him as a human being. He's such a freaking idiot. Like, such an idiot. But 4K, we'll see if You Can Count on Me is a good film. All right, next we have Cardinal Knowledge, Jack Nicholson from 1971. Cynthia O'Neill, Carl Kane as others. Again, 4K release from Criterion Collection. Next one, Barry Lyndon, a Stanley Kubrick film. Another 4K release. They had a 2K release of this one, of course. Then not WB, but you know what I mean. Oh, it is WB actually. Criterion puts this in 4K now from 1975. All right, next one, Ash. So this is probably the best Dead Space movie we're probably going to get. It's a little slow on some scenes, but the last 15 minutes is pretty dang good. All right, well, we have Blue Velvet. I thought I owned this one, but then I looked and said, wait a minute, I didn't. And of course, I'm going to get the 4K release. David Lynch, R.I.P. But yeah, we have it from 1986, Blue Velvet. Then we have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. This came out, I want to say, last year, year before. Oh yeah, it's already 2022. Of course, his new one is Frankenstein. The one before that was Nightmare Alley. Of course, it's a Netflix film, so we'll see how hard they are going to go with Frankenstein. Next one, SharkExploitation. So this is basically about shark films, a documentary. I thought it would be a pretty fun movie to watch about all these shark movies out there. We have another one. We have Drive My Car, the Japan movie that did win the Oscar from 2001. 2K transfer. I need to make sure if that disc is good shape. I Can See You. So another Vinegar Syndrome movie. This is only a 2K release. Of course, this is one of the partner labels, Eyeglass Picks. But there we go. I Can See You. Next one, Ghostlight. So this was one of the better movies of last year, hands down. It was one of my top 10. So when I saw this was getting a special physical copy release, I had to get Ghostlight. All right, 4K real life Albert Brooks, I'm an Idiot from 1979. I think this is his first directorial debut, if not mistaken. But this is about reality TV and life in America. If I'm not mistaken, I could be freaking wrong. All right, Jurassic Park 1, 2, and 3. I decided to get this steelbook, get rid of my old versions because this is Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos for sound. And I have a Dolby Atmos in my house. So I said, Jurassic Park and Dolby Atmos? Yes, please. Yes, please. But that's a steelbook. Why did I show you that now? Slack. So this is about killer genes. I know I watched this a couple years ago. It's a completely crazy Canadian film. So Slacks is kind of a fun time. We Are What We Are. Little did I know, I think this is the original, and there is a remake. I think this one's from Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. But We Are What We Are. It's an IFC film. Of course, it is a partner label from Vinegar. All right, we have a big boy right here called The Adventures of Anton with 5 films, The 400 Blows, Anton and Colette, Stolen Kisses, Bed and Board, and Love on the Run. So another 4K release from 1959 to 1979. I heard these are pretty dang good films. And of course, 50% off on Barnes & Noble, so you can't really go wrong. Thelma and Louise. Another one, this is Ridley Scott with Susan Sarandon and Janine Davis, rated R from 1991, Thelma and Louise. Kind of just drive off that cliff. Winchester 73 from 1950, another 4K release, and this one has James Stewart in it. Another Criterion Collection, Winchester 73. We got McCabe and Miss Miller. We have Warren Beatty in this one from 1971. And Robert Altman's film, McCabe and Miss Miller 4K. We're almost done, peeps. The Big Heat from 1953 4K. It's a noir film. I love me some noir. They need to make a sequel to LA Noir. Come on, Rockstar. I know you're doing GTA 6, but we could use another LA Noir film. But this is called The Big Heat from 1953. Another steelbook we'll look at later. Oh, big boy. I got my first ever Shout Factory Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 1. I already got all the ones from Arrow up there, but of course we have the ones from Shout Factory. And again, I'm curious how some of the Shout Factory gets some of the Shout Factory ones, and Arrow gets some of the Arrow ones. But this is the Assassin, the Thundering Sword, Gold Shallow, the Jade Raska, the Bells of Death, the Sword of Swords, Killer Dart, the Invisible Fist, Dragon Swamp, the Flying Dagger, and the Golden Sword. So anyway, let's look at the steelbooks now. We have Small Soldiers. I remember watching this in theaters like 97, if I'm not mistaken. Was it 97? 98. Oh, I was so close. But here's a fun one with Joe Dante. Like I said, I already showed you Jurassic Park. Then we got Thunderbolts in 4K. I think this is the best superhero movie of 2025. If I had to take a guess right now. I already showed you Final Destination Bloodlines. Of course, I'm going to open these up in a different film. Then we have In a Violent Nature Steelbook 4K release. I'm starting to get a little bit frustrated with some of these companies, though, because they released, like, the regular version. They're, like, 4 months later. Steelbook 4K. They did that with The Devil, Late Night with the Devil. That's why I haven't bought the Monkey yet, because I feel like the Monkey's going to have come with a Steelbook for America. Smile 2, I waited for a while to wait for this one to come out, or for me to buy it. Amazon Prime sale, heck yes. Bad Boys Ride or Die, another one where I was waiting for the longest time. And finally, Amazon Prime. So there we go. 3 more. Jaws 3. There's still one more, Jaws Revenge, I still need to get, but that one hasn't gone on sale. But of course, this one did go on sale. That's why I got it. Dennis Quaid with Jaws 3. We got Snowpiercer. We have this one as well. Like, this one kind of sold out too. So I said, this is quote unquote used, but I don't know how it's used when it's wrapped up. So thank you, Amazon, for giving me a pretty good steal on that one. And the last one, to all the haters out there, for calling me racist, for saying, like, all this other nasty stuff. Well, I'm supporting physical media with Sinners, the Steelbook edition, 4K. All the people calling me racist, that I don't understand this movie, etc., etc. How many of you actually bought this on physical copies? Raise your hand. So your standards, your hypocrisy is coming out. But Sinners, 4K, Steelbook. That is July. Chase out here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm only Futontopia. You Blue Tony. Thank you for watching. A great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, week, for a month, a year from now. Obviously, gonna freak one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And I promise you, August shouldn't be this bad.